back to my channel. My name's Jamie and we love to do coloring books on this channel, so that's what we're doing today. Last week, I think, or I don't know, the last set of videos we did were in this edition of Daydream by Hannah Carlson. This was published in Japan. Anyways, so I bought it thinking it was the Swedish edition. It's not, it's the Japanese edition. No big deal. It's a little bit smaller. It's not hardback, but the pictures are all the same and the paper has been wonderful. So we did this crown and I think it turned out really beautiful. And I was thinking that since we had this book, we should color a picture that I have colored in this one. And there's not a whole lot in here that I've actually completed. So but there is this picture that I have. And so let me find it. I mean, there are a few I have finished in here, but most of them are bigger pictures. Like, they're just the bigger. I didn't want something too big. I want to be like you. Where did you go? I know you were in here. I just had you. Shouldn't have shut the book. Here we go. Okay, so I thought we could, so this is a picture that I colored fairly early on in my coloring journey. It wasn't like the first, but it was fairly early on. So I want to color it again and see how they compare to each other and see if I've had any growth or if not. So I think I used polychromos pencils on this page. So that's what I'm going to use on this one. We're just going to shut this book. We're not going to look at it. I don't want it to make any decisions on this. Is this like, I don't know if my eyes aren't focusing or if my camera's not focusing. Hang on. Okay, I don't know if that's any better, but there we go. My window is open today. It's such a nice day. I wanted some fresh air, and I also have wax melting for those videos I'm filming later. So I need the window open, so I'm sorry if you hear more traffic or anything. So yes, polychromos pencils. Let's get going. So I have my polychromos pencils here. It seemed to be missing, or I moved, so I think I just put it in the wrong spot, but here we go. So today I think let's do the flowers and the greenery down at the bottom. So I'll zoom in and I'll pick some pencils and we'll get started. Okay, here we go. I'm going to take first the light yellow ochre 183, and I am going to put that kind of around the edges of the center of each of the flowers. Completely put the other picture out of my mind. I can't even remember anything about it. It's like when you're playing cards with your kids and you help them with their hand, and then by the time you pick up your cards and look at it, you have you don't remember anything that was in their hand, you know? People are like, you're cheating, you know both hands, and you're like, I have no idea what's in their hand. Okay, so this is, I didn't even tell you, sorry. This is Naples Yellow 185 that I'm blending into the center of each of these flowers. Bring a little brightness and lightness. Beautiful. Alright, a little continuity between all of these flowers. I'm going to take a little more of that ochre. Like my thumbnail, I broke it. Ah! So sad. He's gonna be like that for a while too, I'm afraid. Oh well. Okay, so that's the yellows. That was pretty easy. Let's do the green. So I think I'm going to start with the light green. Kind of base coat everything in this color. This is a really bright, beautiful yellow green. Let's see, when I'm filming this, it is February 27th. And, sorry, my throat is bugging me. Yes, it is February 27th. And it has been, I don't know, it's just felt like a very long winter. And maybe it hasn't been any worse than any other winter, but it has been so cold for so long. And I don't know, yesterday I was really feeling it. I was really having a hard time. Like, I just felt so sad. So depressed. Like, I didn't want to do it anymore. I didn't want to do the same thing that I do every day. Taking care of my kids, my husband's working, putting them to bed, feeding them dinner, like all of those things, the same things day after day after day that you just have to do. And like, I was just really feeling it yesterday, and I called my husband, he's a pharmacist, and just crying, being silly, you know, but not silly because they're my feelings and it's how I was feeling, and it's been that way for a little while where I just feel awful and I don't want to do anything, and I don't want to get out of the bed in the morning, and I don't want to do the same thing that I did the day before and put up with their bickering and their fighting and having to feed them dinner and them turning their noses up at it and just all the things. And my husband he was really nice about it, and you know, like he's like, I'm willing to take the kids away for a weekend if you need a week off, if that's what you think will help. And I was like, I don't know, because I kind of feel like if he just leaves with the kids, I'm still just gonna sit in bed and not do anything. And so I was like, I don't know. And he's like, well, what if we all go, you know, next weekend, we all go to his parents' house and they'll watch the kids and we'll go to dinner and you can spend time in St. George and, I don't know, soak up some sunshine. And he also pointed out, being a pharmacist, he's like, I bet you're not getting really any vitamin D because like the sun has not been out. It's been too cold to be outside even when the sun is out, so I don't go outside. I don't drink milk. For a long time I thought I was lactose intolerant and I just lost the taste for it. So I really just, I don't like it. I don't drink it. And so I'm like, I just don't get any vitamin D. And so he like brought me home a supplement and was like, I think you really should start taking this, and I think it would help in any way. So he made me take it last night, and I don't know if it's because the sun came out and it's a little bit warmer today, or if it's because I took the vitamin D last night. I don't know, because it doesn't work that fast, but I feel so much better today. Like, I got up and I did all my meal prep stuff for the rest of the week, and I've uploaded 3 videos that will be out later, and I went for a walk, which I haven't been able to do in so long. And yeah, it's like, I mean, I'm like, it's so warm, it's so nice, and I have a thermostat or a thermometer right outside my window here, and it says it's like 40, maybe 42 degrees, but it's so much warmer than it has been, and the sun is shining a little bit, and I don't know, I've gotten so much more done today and I feel better. I'm starting to get a little bit of a headache, but that's pretty normal for me day to day too, but I don't know. So I don't know if it's the vitamin D or if it's the fact that the sun finally like decided to grace us with its presence. But I do feel a lot better today, but I don't know, I just wanted to tell you guys that those things happen. But sometimes I just don't, I'm on medication for anxiety, and my husband, you know, he's like, if it doesn't like change, let's get you on some vitamin D, and if that doesn't help, then I think you should go back in and get your meds, you know, adjusted, and they can put you on something else or just something to help, because he doesn't want me to feel that way. But it's so hard, especially when like I don't want to go to a doctor, I don't want to go out, I don't want to get out of bed, let alone like go talk to someone about it. And he's like, you can go back to therapy if you need to, and I'm like, I don't want to do any of that. I want to lay here in my bed and have everybody just leave me alone. It's not good. Like, I needed to film like days ago. Have I done it? No. I needed to do my meal prep stuff like 2 days ago. Did I do it? No. Like, I finally did it today, and I'm finally filming today, though it took me a little bit to get going on that as well, but I got my meal prep done, and I did go for a walk. So I feel like those are good things that can help me, but oh my goodness. Sometimes it's just hard just to get out of bed. And if you're in that place, I'm so sorry. And I know how it feels. And I know there's people out there who have it a lot worse than I do. And I'm really sorry if you're having a hard time, and I hope that you feel better soon. And I hope you have someone in your life that can like support you and help you, and you know, bring home vitamin D supplement and encourage you to see a therapist if you need to, or go back to the doctor if you need to, and because it's hard, because you don't want to do it. You don't want to do anything. So, if you're there, I'm really sorry. All right, let's take a little bit of a darker green. This is May Green 170. I have a hard time reading these sometimes, like the gold lettering. So 170 May Green, and let's lightly put this in there. So anyways, I'm going to keep taking my vitamin D and see if that helps. We are going to go to southern Utah next weekend. We can't go this weekend because my husband has to work, but it's giving me something to look forward to. My mother-in-law just set up her own little craft room in her basement. She got all these supplies from someone. I don't really know where she got them. Got to talk to her about it, but she's been trying to figure out what furniture to buy, and she's just so cute about it. And so she's been sending me pictures, so I'm excited to go down and see it. And I don't know, go for a pedicure and go shopping and do something different than just the day-to-day grind. So I'm excited, and it'll be something to look forward to for the next week. So yeah. Alright, just putting this May green in. So nice. Oh, but I'm so ready for it to be warmer. I'm so excited. Like, take my kids to the park and sit in a chair in the sunshine and color. I mean, I still do the same thing I do in the winter, but I just do it outside. Soak up some sunshine. Like, I'm just ready. And to have my kids out, like, riding bikes and playing rather than sitting in the house moping. There's nothing to do. Oh my gosh. You have a million toys, just go pick one, you know? No, I know it's hard on them too, so. Can only watch so many Disney movies before you're bored, you know? I don't know what to do with those stems. I think they need to be a little bit darker, so we might pick another color for them. I love Hannah Carlson pictures, if you haven't noticed by how much we color her books. I just think they're so pretty and so fun. I don't know. I'm a big fan. I think she's coming out with another one this year, which I am excited about. I'm pretty sure she said that. Let me... I think she said, like, in Sweden it will come out in the spring and then the US will get it in the fall. Let me see. She also has an Etsy shop with printables that are not in her books. So that's fun. We might need to pull one off of there and color it, because there are some fun ones in there. Yes. So it's her new book, will be released in Sweden in April. And she says it's called, I can't read that in Swedish, but let's see, translation, Tales from the Midnight Masquerade. That sounds fun. She says, I'm really excited and nervous to see how this book will turn out, and I can hardly wait until I get a copy in my hands. How about you? Are you looking forward to this new book? Of course I am. This is off of her Facebook page, so she has a little sneak preview there, of course, with her faces and all the gems and everything. So cute. Here's another sneak peek from her coloring book. Let's see, Dutch edition will be released in May and English edition in August. So that is exciting. It's exciting. I'm excited. I'm always excited for a new coloring book. But especially a Hannah Carlson coloring book. I'm here for it. I'm not pressing hard, I'm just continuing to go over the same spot if I want it darker. Can hear the airplane. It's because I have my window open, but it smells so nice. It smells like spring is coming, you guys. There's hope. I know, I have my window open. It's really only 40 degrees outside. But I'm trying to be my hopeful here. And I have wax melting, so I should have the window open for some ventilation. Trying to film some more Melting Mondays tonight. So I need my wax to melt, be ready. Have to think about it beforehand, which is hard. I don't know that they're very good videos, but I'm learning a lot, and so and the videos are motivating me to continue. So I'll keep doing them. Okay, kind of. I think these need to be darker. Well, we'll put our other color on and then we'll decide if we want to grab something else. Kind of. New Year's resolution. Didn't write anything down, but I kind of was like, I want to read more books or listen to more books on tape. That is something that I want to do, you know? And so like in my bullet journal, I made like this little spot in my bullet journal for writing down all the books that I'm reading. And like I'll color them in when I have a book finished. Here we are at the end of February, and do I have any colored in? No. No. But I am almost through Tempest and Slaughter by Tamara Pierce. So I'm hoping that I'm gonna get to color at least one of those books in this year, dang it. Come on. You guys like that? Are you readers? I used to be when I was younger, before I had kids, and now I'm just not. I sit down to like read a book and I fall asleep, or I get summoned and then I can't remember where I am and on what page, and someone inevitably always comes through and steals your bookmark, or I don't know. It's just so hard now. So I try to listen to them, and I used to do better because I was in the car a lot taking my kid to school, but now the bus comes and gets him, so I don't have that time, and I don't know. I get distracted by YouTube videos, like watching YouTube videos instead of listening to my book. I get distracted. Okay, let's take had another green. There it is. This is Pine Green 267, and this is a fairly dark color. I'm going to go in kind of light and see how it looks. Maybe put it in just the... Oh, yeah. Should we put that on the... Maybe let's concentrate it just kind of in the shadow areas, and then maybe we'll put it on the stems as well. I don't know. Let's see. I like fantasy books more than I like probably anything else. So like Tamara Pierce is someone I grew up reading. I've read everything of hers. Maria V. Snyder, I love her books. No. So if you have any suggestions of books to, well, let's be honest, listen to, let me know in the comments down below. Because I'm trying to be better and listen to books. I kind of, you know that, if you have kids, you know that witching hour between like starting around 4 until bedtime, especially young kids, where they're just ornery and they whine. And it's because they're tired and their day's winding down, you know? So I like try to be forgiving, I try to be kind, but it's like I'm tired too, you know? Anyways, my kids do it every night. They just get all, I call it the witching hours. They're just ornery. And so a lot of times I'll put my headphones on with music or a book during that time while I'm like making dinner, because then I'm not, the whining isn't just grating on my nerves to where I'm going to yell at them, because I know they're tired and I don't want to be all snappy and yell at them, but so I try to listen to something during that time. So that's when I'm trying to read or listen to books. And I put it on when I went for a walk today too, which was nice. So I'll have to keep doing that. I'm liking it. This is looking really pretty. Okay. Oh, that's looking really nice. Let me take the May Green and just blend it out a little bit. Let's see kind of what that will do. Listening to the airplanes. There's a very small airport near our home. So we get, it's like a military, I think. I'm not sure. I just know there's usually a lot of military helicopters that my kids like I get excited about. So I think that's it. But that's why, if you can hear them, there's so many. I don't hear them much during the day, so they don't bother me. When we lived in Oregon, there was an airport not too far from our home, and they had air shows. Oh my gosh, it would just rattle the whole apartment. It was awful. I hated those days of the year when they had that air show. The whole apartment would just rattle. It felt like they were gonna come right through the window. Hated it. So this little airport, it doesn't bother me too bad. There's not a ton, but you can hear them if the window's open. Still using that May green, just trying to blend it out a little bit. And then I'll do that with all the rest of the leaves. I'll kind of move on for the sake of the video, but I will do that. I really like it. I think it's really poppin'. All right, let me go to that light green. Pretty. Love it. Next week we'll be doing our, well, maybe. Yeah, probably, but I'll just have to work fast. Our World in the World of Kirby Roseanne's, his new book, will be released in the US. That's exciting. I know some of the other colorists on YouTube have already have it and already coloring in it. I don't have it yet, but I'm so excited for it, especially seeing their videos. I just think it looks like a very beautiful book. And yeah, so I'm excited to see how it compares to his others. And yeah, I'm excited. Okay. I'll do that with the rest of the leaves. I'm just using the same colors on all of it. I think that will make it pop. I like it. Let's grab, this is Cobalt Blue. And I'll do those yellow inside. Let's put it on here, and then I should have grabbed another blue. I was thinking that I would do this green, but then I changed my mind, so I have to grab another blue. Okay, I'm gonna put that in. So pretty. Still just light pressure. I don't ever really burnish or anything with these pencils. I think being polychromos pencils, they lend themselves more to layering than pressure, which can be really nice if you have if pressure is a difficult thing for you to have to utilize. They work better if you just kind of keep layering them. All right, let's see what we have here. Oh, this would be good. This is light cobalt turquoise. I'm gonna give it a quick sharpen though. Okay, light cobalt turquoise. I like that. That looks nice. Okay. And then let's grab that light yellow ochre. Let's put it down here. And then the Naples yellow. These are the same yellows we used before. Okay, very nice. I like it so far. All right, let me, yeah, I'll be back. You won't notice, it'll be okay. All right, I am back and I'm feeling great. My kids ate their dinner tonight without complaint. Thank you, Mini Meatloaf. If you have kids, you know, they complain about everything. But apparently not Mini Meatloaf, so it's going in the drawer as a favorite and we will be having it again and again, as long as they don't complain about it. Alright, so I have done the rest of our green here. This is just that pine green. I just kind of went a little darker with it right there. Alright, let's do... I may have just changed my mind. That's bad. I think I did. Okay, so let's start with, this is Mauve. $2.49, and it's like a nice bluish purple. So color, we're gonna put it right down there. Shut my window because now it's cold because it's dark, so I'm kind of missing it. Oh no, all that nice fresh air today. Okay. Can I zoom in anymore? A little bit without moving my camera down into my workspace. My camera is suspended from the ceiling. So yeah, it's on my tripod, but my tripod is suspended from the ceiling. So it's kind of, if I have to move it down too much, like it just gets in the way. So we'll just stick right there. Alrighty. I'm going to do all of these 4 flowers the same. So we'll just kind of do one together and then I'll do the rest so that this video isn't too horribly long. I'm afraid it's already going to be kind of long. Alright, this is Purple Violet one. Oh goodness, 136. 136. So this is, yeah, a little bit lighter, but kind of in, definitely in that same family. It's very close to the mauve. I'm gonna go over the top of the mauve and then out past it. And just using it very lightly. I'm just going over it where I want it to be darker and more filled in. I'm really curious to see at the end of this, like, if there's a ton of difference that we can see between the two pictures, or not much at all, you know? I think I've grown and like I do a better job now, but maybe I'm just kidding myself. Or maybe I'm just stuck in a rut and I color the same way for the years. I need to branch out. I don't know. I don't think that's the case because I tend to get bored. And so I try different supplies and stuff because I get bored. So. But I've been that way my whole life, and I always kind of wonder if the fact that I get bored and I move on and I try different things and I don't like, I never master one thing. I always think I'm like kind of good at a lot of different stuff, or like mediocre at a lot of different stuff, but not really, but I haven't really mastered any one thing. Like I was that way with musical instruments. If you don't know, I went to college on a violin scholarship to be a music teacher. And then halfway through my degree, I was about 20 years old, they asked me to switch and be a percussion major, which before I was 19, I had never held a drumstick. So it was crazy, but at the same time, like there was no other percussionists in the department and they were needing someone, and I don't know, it just felt like a really neat opportunity. And so I went for it and I graduated with an emphasis in percussion, and then I went on and got my master's degree in percussion, like teaching percussion. So they're both education degrees, but so I have my master's, but I did percussion my whole master's and then half of my undergrad. But I went to undergrad on a violin scholarship. I don't know, it's very strange. So I can play a ton of different instruments, but again, I always feel like I'm like decent at them. I'm not spectacular. I didn't like master any one instrument, and I think it's just because I get bored. And so I kind of see that again as I do art, is that I could be really good at like one thing if I would just stick with one thing and like really master it, but I get bored. So I don't know. And you know what, at this point in my life, like I'm not doing this for an education. I'm not like trying to make a ton of money off of it. You know, I don't need it to support my family. My husband does an amazing job at that. And so this is for me and what I want to do. And so who cares if I jump around and use a ton of different stuff, and nobody's grading me on this. So here I am. What do I want to use? Because I changed my mind on this. Maybe let's try the middle purple pink to just kind of get some of these tips a little pinker. Oh yeah, that's quite pink. Somebody's out having fun on a motorbike. I can hear it. So I just turned 34 in February, and I've found that in my 30s, I've discovered a lot more of what I like to do instead of doing what others expect me to do. So my mom and my grandma, both my grandmas, are big like sewers. They sew quite a bit, and they do like crochet and cross stitch. And I was taught to do all those, knitting. I was taught to do all those as a kid, and so I was like, this is what I'm supposed to like to do, you know? And it wasn't until like, and I did them, like I kept doing them. I would make quilts for people, and I would sew baby blankets, and I didn't crochet or knit a lot, but I still did like a lot of cross stitch and a lot of sewing, and I did it because like I thought I was supposed to like it, you know? And it was okay, like it was fine. But then when I like, in my 30s, probably around when I turned 30, I found like painting and colored pencils, and these are things that like none of the women in my family have done before, you know, like sure we colored in coloring books as a kid, but nobody does it as an adult. And I think it was kind of the first time that I found like something that I really enjoyed in being creative. Like, yes, I love my music, and I do, but it's very hard to pursue that. I'm going back to the mauve. To pursue music as a mom, it's just so difficult because there's no time for me to practice. It's very consuming. Like I can't practice when the kids are awake because my kids need me every 5 minutes, and I can't like, you know, just pick up and go for a minute and then put it down, and it just doesn't work. And I can't practice when my kids are asleep because my kids are asleep. And so it's very difficult. So that's when we got our children, that's when I really started pursuing and looking into art and other avenues, and found what I really like to do. I really like to color, and I really love to do art journaling and drawing a little bit and painting. And I pulled out my sewing machine for the first time in like probably 2 years the other day, because I just realized that it's really not what I like to do. I really don't find it fulfilling. Like I know how to sew, and I think I like having a finished product. But the actual act of sewing, I'm really not into. And yeah. So it's been an interesting time. Figuring out what I really enjoy and not what I'm supposed to enjoy. This is Red Violet Light. Yeah, finding what makes me happy instead of what others think should make me happy. Same with like cooking. So I'm a good cook. I had to learn to cook very young. Both my parents worked. I was the oldest child. I had to learn to cook very young. And so I know how to cook. I know how to combine recipes. I'm very good at it. I'm not tooting my own horn. It's just a fact. Like, I'm very good at it. I can smell something and tell you what spices and seasonings and stuff that you've put in there. But I don't like to be in the kitchen. I just don't. I don't like being in there. I would much rather be just about anywhere else. This is the middle purple pink that we used on the out here. I don't like it. I would really rather be anywhere but in the kitchen. So, which is hard as a mom because how many meals a week do we make? Like, it's hard that I don't love being in there. Yeah. So, my husband makes dinner on Sundays and on Tuesdays. And I'm holding on to that for dear life. Like 2 days a week when I don't have to think about dinner is just amazing. So, ooh, I really like that. I'm hoping it kind of picks up. It's dark, but you got those light pinks on the end. Really like it. Okay, so we'll do all the other flowers that way. I'm just gonna read you the names because I don't know if I said them all. So our darkest color was mauve, $2.49. Then we had purple violet, $1.36. I can read them. We had, oh, I'm sure I didn't say this, Magnes violet, $1.60. And then we had the middle purple pink on the outside and on the outside of these petals, and then on the inside of these petals is the light red violet. So that's what I used on those, and I'll do all of those similar, the same. Okay. And then let's do the little one in the middle. Let's do him a little more pinky. Let's see. So this is red violet, $1.94. I'm pretty sure this is a pretty dark color. I'm just gonna put it right at the center. So I guess what I'm trying to say is it's okay to try new things, and it's okay to enjoy things that the rest of your family doesn't, you know, or that the rest of the family has never tried. Like, I think sometimes we're people of habit and we do what our parents before us did. And, you know, I do like doing some of the things my parents do. Actually, I like doing more what my dad likes to do. My dad is, he's very creative and very artistic, though I don't know that he would say that about himself. But he does woodworking, so he can build amazing furniture, and he carves and cuts out very intricate, detailed, like Christmas ornaments for us, and like trivets. I'll have to go get my trivet and show you guys. But he's very, very good at that, and he has a shop out back of his house that was my great-grandfather's shop, because my parents live in the house that I grew up having my great-grandparents live in. And he's really good at that kind of thing, and he builds like wood puzzles, like brain teaser puzzle things for the kids, and so they're like on his shelf. So when the kids go over there, they like to pull them down and try to fit all the Santa Claus together in the little shed, and they like take the seahorse, this 3D seahorse apart and try to put him back together, and he's just really good at that kind of stuff. And I find that I do like to work with wood. I cut a little bit. I need to practice more. And then I've loved doing the encaustic painting, where you paint on wood with hot wax. And I've really enjoyed that. And I also like cut out with a oh, my husband's calling. Hang on. Okay, I don't remember what I was saying. No idea. But while I went, first this is light purple pink. I hope I keep all of these. I know where I'm putting them. Okay, I'm just gonna put this on the edge of this. Yep. No idea what I was talking about, but I did go and get my trivet that my dad made, so you could see that, what I'm talking about when I say he like cuts wood and is artistic with wood. All right, that looks really nice. I like it. Okay, so this is my trivet. And this is a little one. He made like a big old one for my grandma. It's like big. But this is just my little trivet, and he cut out all the little, he cut the whole thing. It was just a piece of wood, and now it's this beautiful trivet that you put hot food on. It's very nice. And he does like Christmas ornaments and stuff, and like I said, he makes like puzzles and stuff for the kids. Well, I think he makes them for him, but the kids think they're for them. So fun. I like it. Anyway, so that's what he does. All right, so I think that is everything we're gonna color for today. Okay, here are our flowers. I think we'll come back and put like little gel pen dots or something at the end. I don't want to put them now because I'll probably end up smearing them. So I gotta wait till the very end. But yes, I think it's looking so pretty. So we'll come back next time, and I don't know, we'll probably do 2 more videos, like her face, hair, and then the butterfly and jewelry, maybe? We'll just see how it goes. Woo! Oh, I love it. I love it so far, you guys. I love coloring. It's so relaxing and so satisfying. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video and all my chitty chattiness. If you did, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe to the channel. It helps me out so much. And leave me a comment down below because I need some ideas of what to color next. So leave me ideas down in the comments of what books you want to see colored, or what artist, or if there's an Etsy shop you like, or whatever it is. Leave it in the comments down below, and I will definitely take a look at it and most likely color something from it. So help me out, guys. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye.